We are back for a mysterious episode of GG and Friends, talking a little bit of Loki. Got some Fast 9 to talk about today as well. Can't believe that is the big planetary blockbuster that they were talking about at Cannes, guys. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me know if I'm not. Maybe it's Kane. Maybe it's Cannes. Maybe it's Cannes. Let me know down in the comments if I'm pronouncing it right. But I looked up on Google, said it was Cannes, and Fast 9 is the planetary blockbuster that they were talking about. No, it wasn't Dune. No, it wasn't No Time to Die. It wasn't even Space Jam: A New Legacy. It was Fast 9, guys. So we got some great things to talk about. Per usual, we'll be playing 1 to 10 before we get into the news and into some more things that happened this week with, of course, Conjuring 3 came out and Loki is dropping at 1 o'clock a.m. my time, 3 o'clock a.m. for some, y'all. It's about to be a late night for some of us, but guys, I'm so glad to join in again. Y'all, I see we got some folks present in the chat. Andrew, Luke Ponto, what's going on, you guys? Christian Knight. That's what I thought, Christian. Appreciate that. Yeah, I thought it was Can. Looked it up before I came on, so I was like, okay, Can, not Cans, not Caness, not Canes even, like Cane's chicken fingers. We're talking Can, y'all. But guys, I'm here joined by my two amazing co-hosts. First and foremost, my man here with actually some great gaming takes. We've been talking gaming a lot lately, and I don't know, the more I talk to him, the more I'm starting to agree, but you're calming down on Nintendo, and I'm appreciating that a little bit. I'm talking my man Christian from Film Optics. What up, bro?
Screw Nintendo. No, I'm just joking. I'm kidding.
Toof.
What's up?
What up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's just been a long day. Had a crazy last hour. I had to run on here last minute. I was like, it was just been a crazy day.
Hey, man, it's been a hell of a week so far, bro. I can agree with that.
Yeah, sorry, my bed's not made up, so.
Oh, you're fine, dude. You just can't see mine, but my shit is not made up either, bro. You're fine.
It's all about placement.
Right. I'm like, oh, got mine in the other room over there, so y'all can't see, because I got a laundry pile too.
Illusions.
So. Woo. Oh, we'll talk a little bit about illusions too. But we also got Queen of Hot Takes and somebody who probably doesn't approve of the blockbuster at Cannes, but we got her, Amanda from Candid Cinema. How you doing?
Hey, y'all. Happy to be back, guys.
Whoa.
That wasn't fair. That wasn't fair, but it's good to be back. Yay!
Got a little applause, and Christian's talking about the new Space Jam trailer that is debuting tomorrow. And yes, we all know about it. What more can they show, though?
I don't know how I feel about it anymore after seeing that little clip of Zendaya.
Yeah, as Lola Bunny. Okay,
like she's good. It's not matching up.
All right, so okay, I want the context of that clip. Is that going to be in the movie? Is that...
I feel like it is, but I don't know.
Shout out Dave Lee Down Under. He's actually saying it's a promotional clip and that there's a lot of outsourcing for that type of animation. So it's potentially not even going to be in the movie, and it's potentially not even animated by the same people who did the movie. So maybe it's just some little fly-by-night clip that made it into a special.
Possibly.
Fingers crossed, because that was kind of messy, y'all.
I didn't mind it. I know, like, it was messy, but I didn't mind it. It's what it is at this point. Like, we know it's not going to be as good as the first one, so.
Yeah, I mean, let's walk in with that expectation. At least.
Yeah, like, let's just
the original.
Because, like, we were all very young when we watched the first Space Jam, so I think the nostalgia is definitely going to hit us, but we're also going to appreciate the first one so much more.
Yeah.
Well, after walking out of this, so.
And I hope it just feels like they both kind of bridge into one another really nicely. I hope there's even a little bit of continuity between the first team, the team and the original, and then this one. I mean, I hope it's not like we don't remember Jordan or anything. Like, give us a little bit of, tease from that first one. Maybe some Bill Murray in there.
Yeah, I think, isn't he coming?
He hasn't been confirmed. He's got to be in there, though.
He has to show up.
He's got to be there.
There's no way. It's all rumored.
Right. See, keep it like that. Keep it like that. No trailers.
Yeah.
Don't drop him in the trailer tomorrow, y'all.
It's gonna
seriously.
happen.
It's gonna happen.
I was like, it's gonna happen. They did that.
Right.
Warner
You're
Brothers
right.
doesn't you know, they did it with Martian Manhunter, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like,
Oh yeah, they confirmed it. Like they didn't show us, but they're like, he's in it.
no, the red eyes with Martha, they did it
Oh,
in
was
one
that
of
in
the
a clip?
trailers.
Mhm.
Yeah, literally 2 days before, and everyone's like, "Don't watch this one," and I'm like, "That's just horrendous."
That's right.
Yeah,
We had
the whole-
already seen it, so I was like, oh, I didn't
Yeah.
remember that clip. But
Yeah, so I was just like, "Yikes!" For people who hadn't, I was like,
they also
Yeah.
showed Darkseid doing the beams, and I was like, what, guys?
they took like they didn't. Oh, less is more, people. Less is more. Like, leave it like that. I wish they only had one trailer now too. To be honest, like, there's no
Oh, just
second
one.
and third. How many trailers did Black Widow have?
It's had about
Thousands.
5, 6 by now.
And
I
it's
can't even
like,
watch it that
here's
weekend.
a new clip. Here's a new. You can't.
No, I'm getting my wisdom teeth taken out.
You can
Hopefully they
watch
send it to you
while-
early.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm getting it done on the 7th, but I don't know if I will be in full form to like,
You'll be conscious. You'll be fine.
or even to like talk.
You-
Like, if you keep your eyes open, you're good.
You can literally do like full facial expressions, just like with your eyes, and be like, "Oh, that's really good."
Keep your eyes thing open type shit.
Clap 3 times if it didn't need to be made.
I'm hoping we can get it early so we can review it early for the pod, but I really don't know how my mouth's gonna feel after. So
Yeah.
some
I
love for
can't do it
Amanda
any
in
other
the
weekend
chat.
either. What's up?
Hey,
What up,
guys.
Matt Wyatt?
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, major dental surgery. She says you'll be fine.
I was out for like 3 days, to be perfectly honest, and you guys know how much I talk. It was torture.
I took a week off work. I
Yeah.
was like, listen.
Good call, dude. You got
Yeah.
to.
It was bad.
By the way, what up, Christy? Good to see you in the chat. All right, guys, let's get to 1 to 10, and we will start with our first, which is gonna be the blockbuster of the summer, guys. I'm telling y'all now, I've already seen it twice, and it is fantastic. I can't wait to see it again this Friday. I'm talking In the Heights. Man, that looks like it's gonna be so good. Well, why do I say that? I've already seen it.
Yeah,
but let me tell you,
like a month ago.
I already saw it.
I reached out, but like somebody reached out to me. That was awesome.
love
Great
it.
opportunity to check it out early. It was fantastic, y'all. The music, the numbers, the dancing, the characters, the acting. I mean, everything's just so good. The music is so good. So good. I don't even really like musical movies. I like musicals,
Really?
stage plays.
Yeah.
I don't like
yeah,
musical
I got
movies
you.
though.
Yeah.
If you don't break out in a song and shit in the middle of a movie, man, look, man, I'm
It
hitting that
moves the
fast
plot
forward button.
forward. As long as it moves the plot forward, I'm good. If it's just some random song that doesn't do anything, then I'm just like
Mamma
Mulan.
Mia. Here I go again.
What?
That does not advance the plot at all. Winner takes
Are
it all.
you-
That was the only
Oh,
song in that
man.
movie that was solidly placed.
Did you understand that movie? Like, I was
understood it
sobbing.
perfectly.
I was sobbing at the end of that film. That was beautiful.
The first one or the second one?
The second one. It was a perfect sequel to
I
what
haven't
the first
seen the
one
second
was.
one, so
Oh
You
my god,
take
I
Meryl
loved it.
Streep out, I'm out of the movie. I'm out.
Shh, spoilers. Leo.
No, she's not in the movie.
Yes, she is.
Spoil it.
Yes,
See,
she
you're
is.
spoiling. Okay,
wink,
see,
wink, nudge,
okay.
nudge. Yes, she is.
Right. I'm like, Lily James is in the movie,
Yes,
Amanda.
I know. I get it. I'm not spoiling.
Just like you spoiled Baby Driver, now we're over here spoiling stuff for
That is
Mamma
really-
Mia.
I
Oh
tried.
man, Christian, how you feeling though about In the Heights? Where you at out of 10?
I'm 10 out of 10 for this. I've been searching for a screener for weeks, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy it in theaters because that is where I feel like it's gonna shine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited. I love Lin-Manuel and the whole cast, so I'm all for it.
It belongs in theaters, man. Big
Much-
screen.
Much like A Quiet Place Part 2, and everyone's like, I'll just wait till I watch it at home. I'm like, no, you should watch it in theaters, like 100%, because it's it's made for the theater. So
Well, our neighbors to the north, their theaters are still closed. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it is terrible because gyms are opened.
you think Canada's more careful than America when it comes to COVID. We just act like it doesn't exist in multiple.
I'm just upset. I'm just upset that gyms are open. I'm like, that is recreational. Like, I don't understand. Everything that's recreational. Restaurants are opening. Like, anyways, long story short, I'm upset. But the trailers look amazing for In the Heights, and Anthony Ramos is a sweetheart. I'm really excited for it. I'm sitting at an 8 right now, but it could exceed my expectations, so I'm really excited for it.
It's so good, y'all. I mean, I got up and danced during one of the songs. Like,
you would.
I wasn't in the theater. I was at home, but I don't know. I might have to hit that salsa in the theater, y'all.
Okay, I thought you saw it in theaters. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Not yet. I wish, man. Like, shoot, if it's small enough, like, hey, whole theater, let's get up and dance, y'all.
Dance party. Do you remember when they would actually put like sing-alongs in the theaters?
Yes, it was actually very annoying.
I love. Well, shit, Chris.
No, you ain't. Look, man, you ain't lying. I was like, can we get past this bullshit?
Fast forward like they didn't click. Just fast forward through all that.
I was a kid in a musical theater, like nerd. That's probably why I loved it. Anyway,
I mean, like I never liked the words going across the screen. I don't know why.
When it like highlights yellow when you're supposed to sing,
I was like, I'm trying to watch. Like, get off the screen. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's made for people who already watched it like 50 million times.
Or if they're trying to learn the lyrics and they just don't know it.
See, I've done that. I remember the Disney sing-alongs. I have 4 of them on VHS. And then they had the Mickey Mouse head, and it would just be like bopping, and I knew all the songs.
Yeah, it would like bounce along to like when you're supposed to say this, the lyrics. Like if they held the note, the little hand would stay up there.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. That's how I learned everything. It was awesome.
In the theater, like let's not do that. But at home, cool, no biggie. But man, In the Heights, y'all, easily a 1,000 out of 10 to see it again. Hot take, Luke Ponto, not a fan of Mamma Mia. I don't know if that's a hot take, my man. I think Mamma Mia, besides its demographic, a lot of people don't like it.
A lot of people hate Mamma Mia, but it's like, how can you hate Mamma Mia? That means you hate ABBA, and that just breaks my heart.
I don't hate ABBA. I hate a whole movie being told by ABBA songs.
But ABBA songs are magic. Okay.
They are, but let's not make a plot out of them and all that.
But it works so well. It's so clever. Anyway, okay, forgot it.
Straight spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it. I'm like, look, the fact that you got to question which dad is yours, there's a problem here. There's a big problem.
I don't have a horse in this race.
It was awesome.
It was 3 of them, right? 3 dads. Oh, it doesn't matter which one it is. You're all my dad. That's fucking weird. When do you guys step up?
I mean, they did.
All 3 of them?
No, watch the movie.
Part to play.
Yeah, but then watch the movie, and we clearly know who the dad is.
Did they say it at the end of 2?
No, the first one. They literally said
I think it was at the end of 2. Well, they all stayed in her life, though, right? I thought all of them stayed in. Didn't they all have a presence?
Right, but it was
Oh, it was?
It was a clear decision that was made.
Decision, though? I don't think there was any, like, results.
There was no paternity test.
See? That bullshit.
They need to go on Maury.
None of them are the father and shit. They just reveal all the results and it's like, none of you 3 are the father.
Who's next?
Oh, man. Matt, that is going to be an experience to see In the Heights in Dolby Cinema.
Oh, that's going to be really nice.
Yeah. Oh, Amanda's never going to see a theater again.
Tyler!
No hot take. I can't unsee James Bond singing, and the singing was horrible.
Oh my god. I have the soundtrack.
Of course you do.
Remember when buying CDs was a thing?
Like, yeah, I remember that. Soundtrack. I still have my old CDs.
I also have, I keep all of them, but I also have like the Broadway soundtrack because like I needed it.
Those are the ones you keep, like,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, I love those, but it was just so funny. I hated hearing his voice. Patrick, Jesus, everyone's coming
Backing
at me
up,
today.
Tyler. Yeah, you're not gonna ever get to see a movie again, apparently, because after this take, everybody's gonna agree that maybe never again. All right, Fast 9, y'all. We back. We back, y'all. The Familia. We're back. Fast 9, y'all.
Family.
Come on. Okay, Christian, you not feeling it either?
I'm like 50. I'm like 50-50, man. I'm just so tired of this franchise. Like, I don't think it's gonna be bad. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have fun with it. But like, I don't know. I'm finding a hard time getting hyped for it. I don't know why. Only because Miss Sunday's in it. I might just watch it only for that. So,
I mean, look, it is the 9th and the 10th in the franchise.
I mean, like, it's not
9th in the lineup.
I mean, like, this whole thing started off by like stealing DVDs, and now they're like going to space. It's like, how did we get from point A to point B? But like, right now, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Like, excitement for now. Yeah, I'm not like down in the dumps. I'm just like, there are other movies I'm more excited for.
That's not so bad. Like 7 out of, when you were talking, I was like, he's about to hit us with a fast 4 out of 10. Like,
a fast 5? No.
Man, they're tipping that hat down because that's where she headed, huh? 4 out of 10, huh?
I'm at a 3.
3? You were at a 5 last time. I think you had a 6.
Yo, I wasn't.
I'm gonna have to dig up that episode.
What? I wasn't at a 6. I was at a 5, maybe. Now I drop it to a 3 because you hate Mamma Mia. So I'm just gonna drop it to a 3.
I was really excited, and then I kind of just fell off.
Listen, when it was announced at Con, I'm just like, nah, like that's just not worth it for me. I'm sorry, it's not. Like, it doesn't make any sense that it's going there. To be perfectly honest, I don't get it. And I'm not excited. It's 9th. Like, you're gonna go to space and it's gonna look terrible because you're straying so far away from what made the original 3 films or 2 films, the first film, whatever. Like, what made it awesome, you know? So I don't like when they stray away from what they originally had. That's why I don't like the Saw films that much. Sorry, Patrick, because I know you're watching. But like, that's why they stray away so much from the original vision that I just can't get behind it after a while.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this for the Fast and the Furious franchise. Technically, after the first one, it's like story.
Exactly.
I mean,
my point.
Too Fast, Too Furious, yes, followed that up. But then Tokyo Drift, it's completely different character set. 4 comes back with Dom and the like. It just becomes about cars and racing and stunts and shit. Like, it pretty much, it is the ultimate popcorn movie. These are popcorn movies. Just grab popcorn, grab a drink, sit back, watch, not give a shit about what happens. The character, story, execution, all that. You watch it for the cars crashing into each other.
I know.
Crashing through skyscrapers, rolling through the sky and shit.
But like, there has to be some sort of interesting thing happening other than explosions for me at this point. That's just me. I need some story.
Oh no, Christian, you made me
I'm
so
sorry.
Mad. You're just like, I love Fast. Why would you do this to me?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I understand. And I see what you're saying about with the original concept, because I agree when it comes to Saw. I just think the Fast family, they're so fun and it's so cool keeping up with them. And then the stunts, like, I'm not there for anything else, guys. Nothing else.
That's
Them
fair.
damn stunts is it. I'm just there to watch some cars blow shit up, ram into each other, freaking magnets pull cars together. Like, I'm not there for nothing else. Screw Dom and them. They can die in this next movie for all I care.
What is physics?
Nothing in this movie. It does not exist.
Doesn't exist. So
they threw away physics in 5 when they drove through a train and shit like that. I was like, all right, they're done. It's not about racing anymore. It's about who can pull off the craziest stunt. Hobbs and Shaw, like, The Rock is pulling a helicopter Cap style. And I'm like, he's not even Captain America, so.
Oh my God, who would win in a fight?
Cap. He got that
Thank
super
God.
soldier.
Thank you for saying that. I thought you were going to say Toretto. I was like, no.
Cap.
Please God.
Toretto versus Cap. Well, hold on. We talking Toretto got his car though?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, hey, Cap has his motorcycle, so vroom vroom, it will work.
I mean, if they in vehicles, Toretto about to win.
Nah, he has a motorcycle. He's fine.
Avengers versus look, if they do anything, let's cross over the Fast franchise with the Jurassic franchise. Save the damn Jurassic World franchise because it is.
How are they going to pull it? I mean, no.
I liked it. Fast space.
Fast space.
Fast space.
Fast space 9.
That's where it is at this point. Oh, Matt, 5 out of 10.
Thank you.
Jordan, the homie, what up? 6 out of 10.
Also, thank you. It's low enough for me.
Hey, title. Welcome,
my
welcome.
Ew.
Amanda should see In the Heights and she can't. Like
She literally can't.
she can't.
I'm gonna literally jump over the border and like I'm gonna do something. See, Patrick, forget what I said.
Dang, Amanda's about to jump somebody tonight.
I'm
Like
gonna jump over the border for the theater.
Amanda's not going to be able to see movies anyway. Damn, they just tearing you up.
Tyler. Amanda Fisto's gonna jump out tomorrow, fam.
My God.
Ooh, okay.
Literally.
He's gonna prove to you that Saw is great. Patrick, I agree with her. Saw.
I'm sorry.
1, 2, 6. That's it. I haven't even seen Spiral. I'm sure it's right down at the bottom with the rest.
It is. I can't.
I'm like, go watch the Conjuring series. That's even better. Like Conjuring 1, 2.
That's
we'll get
it.
to 3 a little later.
No. 1, 2. That's all you need to do is watch 1 and 2. Bye for everything else.
I haven't seen any of Annabelle's. I heard the second and the third are good though.
Yeah.
The first one though is trash. I heard none bad. Curse of La Llorona, I heard that was bad.
Same.
Skip that shit though. Skip.
We're on the same page.
But have you seen it, Christian? Curse of La Llorona?
No, Curse of La Llorona? No, I have not. I enjoy sleeping at night, so I'm good. I did see Conjuring 3, only for the sake of the pod. We needed something to cover that week, so
yeah, we'll get to that in a minute because it's a little disappointing. But let's come up on our last 1 to 10. How are we feeling about Loki? Rest of the series? I know we've all seen the first 2 episodes, but 1 to 10, how we feeling? Manda's shy because I think you like me.
Let Christian go first.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say this is a breath of fresh air, and dare I say, I'm enjoying. Since we've seen the first 2 episodes, I have enjoyed this series way more than I have for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like there was like I'm sorry. Like the first episode is. It's a very strong start, but like episode two of Loki is just like this is like I'm way more invested in the. I don't know what it is, but I'm enjoying this. Everything like this hits the ground running. They're getting to the point right off the bat. They don't waste a lot of time, and it's just it's all there. Like I think people are really going to enjoy it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, and it's getting praised. It's currently sitting at a 96, 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes from 32 critics. So that might swing one way or the other, depending. Yeah. But I mean, it's getting really good like reviews, and people are really talking it up. And I don't hate it. I don't love it though. But I'll wait. Amanda, what you think? How you feeling? 1 to 10?
I'm currently sitting probably at a 7 or an 8 for this, just because the first episode, it was good, but there's just something about the pacing in episode 1 and episode 2 that just seems off for me compared to what Falcon and the Winter Soldier did and WandaVision did. And like I didn't love WandaVision, but I did like it, and I like WandaVision a bit more than Loki at this point. But I do think that it's going to be a slow build. I'm really interested in where they're going to go with it. Mm-hmm. And Hiddleston is just unreal. He's so damn good. He's just so good. Yeah, Owen Wilson surprised me too, and like Christian said, episode 2 it just like blows the door wide open. So I'm really excited to actually just be on Twitter again with all the theories. I know I said that I didn't like that for WandaVision, and it kind of drove me crazy, but I kind of miss it. And I do. No. I mean, no. Listen what I'm saying. Actually even wait. No, what I mean, even with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I just miss like weekly gatherings and like discussions and talking about the MCU. Let me rephrase. But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic about the rest of this season. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not completely in love with it, unfortunately, because it's just so slow and there's so much information being thrown at you. So that's what
I feel like that happens, especially like this is also supposed to be 6 episodes, correct?
Yeah, and they're longer episodes.
Yeah, yes, they are. Like,
yeah,
I feel
that's why
there's always like that one, like even in Lovecraft Country, I think it was like the 2nd episode, but it's like definitely the weakest because they just spend the entire time explaining everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how it is for Loki episode 1. Like, I mean, it's good. Like, there has to be that one episode, and I'd rather it be towards the beginning of the series than later on. But
yeah, I think. Oh, did you say out of 10, Manda, where you were at?
I'm sitting at a 7.5, maybe an 8.
Okay. Oh shit, you're a little more optimistic than I.
Oh shit.
So okay, look, I really like that 2nd episode. Really like the 2nd episode. I think the 2nd episode, to me, felt a little bit more how the rest of the series is probably going to feel. The 1st episode was setting things up, and I understand, but I'm kind of used to this. The 1st episode in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier was kind of rapidly paced at first because you had Sam flying through the air and with the wings, then talking with Joaquin Torres a little bit later. So it's like, oh, we're introduced to this new Falcon. Like, you have all these nuances. Don't really get that in Loki. And then in WandaVision, you had this very mysterious kind of weird vibe going on. Like, why is it sitcom-y? You kind of had questions going on. Still didn't find myself doing that in the 1st episode of Loki, even though the time variance, what TVA, the TVA, that's all I was saying. Authority, time variance, authority.
Yeah. Those guys.
I was just kind of like, okay, how am I going to ask too many questions? They kind of are very poignant in who they are and what they represent. So there wasn't a lot of questioning for me, and the pacing in this series thus far is the slowest of the MCU, I think, period.
Very slow.
I think it is slower than Dark World. It's slower than any of the other MCU movies.
It's definitely
maybe not Captain Marvel Act 2 when they're in the cabin the whole time. But besides that,
let's not
paced pretty slowly, but it's not a bad thing for this type of show. For Loki, the god of mischief, and for where the plot is going, it makes a lot of sense. But for me,
dialogue's great too. Yeah.
It is, and I do like Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston together, especially in that 2nd episode. I kind of feel like in the 1st episode they were warming up to each other a little bit, and then in the 2nd one, there's all these quips and funny lines, and I wanted you to be quiet in the elevator, stuff like that. Like it just was a really good 2nd episode. The 1st episode, though, I had to really get warmed up. Like, I was kind of teeter-tottering between like and love, and
we're also like, sorry, we're
good.
Also going back to a different version of Loki. So I think
this
for
is like
me,
the mischief,
and it's not only that, it's the fact that like it feels like a reset, and I don't know, that's the way, even in like the trailers when you look at it, it's like we're going back to it, like to that, right? So I think that again, like, this is something that we could have seen after Thor: The Dark World, or like after like something like he could have had his own standalone, and we would have been like, okay, yeah, cool, we're gonna have a Loki movie. It wouldn't have mattered, but I just wish that we would have gotten more of him throughout the MCU, and that this wouldn't have been placed here, if that makes any sense. I just think that the character development was, could have been stronger throughout the MCU, like those movies. But in this case, I just think that because it's a different Loki, we have to go back to that time with him, That makes any sense?
Yeah, you're stepping backwards from all the progress made in Ragnarok or Infinity War. Good Lord, that. Ooh, what an opening scene that was in Infinity War.
And I still get chills. I still get chills every time I watch Infinity War. It's like, oh my God, just excellent work. And it's like, I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Thanos picked him up like he was a little itty bitty bug and crushed his neck. Like, damn.
I heard that. I was like, oh, sounds like my chiropractor.
Right?
I know.
I was like, geez, they put the crack in there and everything. Like, damn, y'all had to go there. Man, Geeka Seidel did not like WandaVision, apparently. Nor Winter Weiner, his bird boy. Super excited for Loki, though.
That is just too much.
That's savage.
Winter Weiner, that's just rude. I can't.
Take a shot at their Owen Wilson. Wow.
If he doesn't say it, oh my God. If he doesn't say it.
What a missed opportunity it'll be if he doesn't say it.
You need a soundbite of that, Christian.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I need to get some new ones. The ones I've had, like, I need to get some new ones.
Howdy there, partner JHC down in the chat. But I guess we can slide. We kind of did share our thoughts about Loki, but we can slide into it a little bit more of the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Again, I mean,
I'm getting like 8 out of 10 so far. It's very solid. Like I'm so I was like, I like it. I don't know. I like explanation episodes though. Like, so that's probably why I like the first one so much.
Oh, this is what I wanted to add to that. And you just reminded me. For the explanation, I feel like it's very repetitive within the first 2 episodes, and they only add a little bit more, if that makes any. Get what I'm saying? That's the only my peeve with it, and it's also it's a lot of different words within the dialogue where it's
they do explain a lot at once.
I was like, what?
It's like you have to pay attention.
You literally, I had my notes out. I'm like this and this, and then I'm like, there's literally you're literally Charlie Day. Tyler. I'm not even gonna say it because I'm not even gonna say it.
I think I read an article saying that's been debunked already, but I will lose my marbles for reasons.
Tom Hiddleston said no Loki in Thor: Love and Thunder.
I know.
It sucks.
Which is what's the point if we can't have him back?
I mean, I'm kind of okay with it, kind of having a last final goodbye, spending time with this guy. I mean, I really don't. Well, I mean, he said no Logan, so I'm assuming something happens.
But exactly. So, what the hell is this finale gonna be?
It's gonna be sad. It's gonna hit me just like WandaVision.
I have a theory that I can't really talk about.
It kind
of spoils.
I agree. More Ralph Boner.
More Ralph Boner in the MCU. Period.
Yes.
No, thank
period.
You. No, thank you. I'm okay.
I'm ashamed to say I've seen WandaVision all the way through 3 times, but I will say
I've seen it twice. It's so good.
I've seen Falcon and Winter Soldier 3 times. So.
I've seen it once, and that is enough.
Look, I love the new suit. I love Sam Wilson as Captain America, but the only episode I repeated of that entire series was the last one.
I love it.
The last episode.
Even the last, I was like,
but Isaiah Bradley too. When they sat I repeated that episode.
I can watch that clip on YouTube. I don't need to necessarily.
Damn, this guy's like, nah, fam.
I don't need to necessarily boot up Disney Plus for that.
Oh, God. Wow. I have a question though, Christian. Do you think that Loki will be better than WandaVision for you, and how much you love it?
Okay, so I actually had a theory that between Loki, WandaVision, and Falcon Winter Soldier, that Falcon would be the weakest of the 3. I still stand by that statement.
That's fair.
If anything, I mean, it's either Loki's going to end up being, I don't know, damn, I love WandaVision though. It depends. It's either going to be number 1 or number 2. It will. I don't feel like it's going to fall down to number 3. I don't know why, but I mean, I need to watch the rest of it, but it's we got 9 episodes of WandaVision, so it's we definitely spent more time with them. So it really just depends. As of right now, it's definitely sitting at number 2 slot. So we'll have to wait for the next.
I thought you
few
said
weeks.
was it you or Zach who said he liked? I think it might have been Zach who said he liked it more than both WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
I think it's as experimental, I think it's as experimental as WandaVision. But
my bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I almost think it's kind of experimental on a different level because you bring in the TVA, you bring in a whole new lore of the MCU. And that's what I like so much about Loki is that you're bringing in this entirely new variant of time. Hey, see what I did there? Bringing in a whole new variant of time and incorporating that into the MCU in a way that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Even WandaVision incorporated some elements that we had already seen, but Loki just feels like completely different to anything they've done.
I think that even WandaVision, the title card I don't love. I'm going to be straight.
At first I was like, now I'm like, okay, it's
the Loki one.
I can't. Yeah. I said it in my review. I was like, I love his colors. Clearly, green and gold. Like, they're beautiful. And there's so much that you could have done with it. Yeah. Hello. But yeah, I just think that the title card's really bland. I like the rotation.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, wait, can I say it? I was like, okay. But anyway,
people will find out at 3 a.m. this morning.
Well, Disney Plus kind of tweeted it out, the placement. I just saw it. So.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
we're good.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So not only that, it's the fact that like with Loki, and I said this in my preview, I said that I feel like if anyone needs to understand the whole time situation, even for general audiences, this is the perfect series to watch that will connect to other films, possibly. So I think that that's like the perfect one where WandaVision was more intimate. It was more contained. It was a more contained like show versus what Loki's going to be capable of. I'm not saying anything.
I think that Loki is going to have bigger implications towards the end of the series for the rest of the MCU, whereas the rest stayed within their kind of bubble. Because I feel like Loki is building up its own self-contained series, but it is going to going to make more changes in the larger MCU. Yeah. And there was like articles going around. I didn't read details because somebody said could have been taken out of context. AKA Luke Skywalker and WandaVision. We know what happened there. I mean, Magneto, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. Good Lord, guys, we were all over the map. Wolverine,
Al Pacino.
Fantastic.
The Al Pacino as Mephisto sent me over the edge the day before the finale. The day before.
I don't know where these things come from. It's like I
died. I was like,
even Paul Bettany was like, well, I was kind of joking. That was bullshit, man.
So that ain't no joke.
That's on him. That's entirely on him for doing that. Like, you gonna say, oh, I wanted to work with this person all my life, and it's you?
And it's him. It was the perfect troll. I loved it.
He said,
it was me all along.
Right. It was just me. It was just me. All me. I wanted to work with me. Like, come on, Paul. Why you gonna do that to us, man? That ain't cool. And that's what led people to think, okay, maybe it's Al Pacino, somebody huge.
Okay. I mean,
Al Pacino was a little out there. I was like, okay, that's not gonna.
After
like, Agatha All Along happened, I was like, no, Mephisto. Nope.
I don't know why everyone thought that like the X-Men from like the Fox universe were gonna come in, and it's like, no.
Listen. No. Let's not get into this. Let's not. They knew exactly what they were doing with Evan Peters. Period. They did.
He seemed like he had a fun time on set, so that's all I really care about.
Granted, but they knew what they were doing with Evan Peters. That wasn't a fluke of a casting, to be perfectly honest. It was not. I'm sorry. Tyler, I'm gonna make t-shirts officially. I'm gonna make a t-shirt. I'm not joking. I was talking to Zach the other day. Like, we're making t-shirts for Mephisto for sure.
Justice for Mephisto.
I will buy one in a damn heartbeat.
Oh, I finally watched the Friends reunion yesterday.
I still haven't seen it, y'all.
I saw your score.
It
Ooh.
was fair.
It was fair. I have to admit. I have to admit it was.
It was
fair.
fine. I just
Yeah.
it went by kind of fast. Definitely. I kind of
For 2
wanted. I
hours?
wanted a more intimate
Same.
reunion. Like it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why James Corden was there. I'm sorry, but like, can we not like all this?
Yeah. He
It was
wasn't
too much.
He wasn't bad. I have to admit,
No.
he wasn't bad. It was just the fact that like there was no need for.
He was kind of
host.
just there. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you here?
Yeah, it's like there was a whole production. I'm like, they're actors. I think they're capable of carrying a 2-hour show about themselves and the show that they were on. So, yeah, I feel you.
Well, they let themselves go a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but
I mean,
oh,
like,
well,
I never.
They're older, so it's
Right. You can't really dump on them or nothing for all that.
I mean, the women looked full form. Like they looked like like they looked great. I was like Matt LeBlanc, like he was funny though. I didn't realize he was like had that much gray hair. I was like, oh my god,
No, he looks
how
like
old
a
is he?
grandfather now.
He does.
No offense. That wasn't in like a
No, not in a
derogatory
bad
No,
way. Like,
no, I know. Maddie, I love him. I think like the more I watch the reunion, I'm like, I'm literally Matt LeBlanc and I'm literally Joey.
Ain't he watching or ain't he dating a Real Housewife? I think I heard something about him dating.
living
one
the
of them.
dream.
As
Yeah,
you
my shit. There you go,
As
Joey.
usual.
Joey Tribbiani. in the house.
How you doing? He still has it.
Oh shit.
I actually watching that, my heart broke for Matthew Perry, to be perfectly honest, just because he's been through hell and back, and you can see that watching it through the series of how he even fluctuates, and it's heartbreaking to be honest.
Yeah, that's really sad. You can see even in like season 3 of Friends, like when he's just like really skinny.
Yeah.
I remember when I was first watching the series, which was recently, I was like, what the fuck happened to him? Like he had like
a drug
problem. Yeah, he had a drug problem with painkillers, I think. He was addicted to painkillers and it kind of dominoed over into other stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty sad. By the way, what up, Second Street Marvel? Shout out.
Hey,
good to see you, bro. But yeah, Friends still haven't seen the reunion, y'all. What did you give it out of 10, Christian? You gave it a 6?
What did I give it on?
You give it a 3.
Like 3 or 3.5 stars, something like that.
Out of 10 or out of 5?
No, out of 5. Sorry.
I would have been like, I'm leaving right now.
Yeah, like it was good. I just don't know how I feel about the whole. I feel like this is going to become a trend with like sitcoms. It's like, oh, like what's the cast of Boy Meets World doing? I don't know. They're not doing anything. Hey, you guys want to do a reunion? It's like
that would be a terrible reunion, to be honest. After
everything
that happened.
I love that show, but yeah,
I love it too.
Mr. Feeney would barely be able to get up on stage. God damn, like
he is. Yeah.
The day that we hear, oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. The day that we hear about Mr. Feeney.
Ooh, yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, I gotta cry.
Ooh, good question here from Patrick Cooper.
Is it
pretty sure it's just episode 1.
Yeah,
just episode 1.
Yep.
Which is weird. I think
this
they should drop both.
We only got episode 1 early for Falcon, but we got the first 2 for I don't know,
which was weird.
This.
And then we got 3 of them for WandaVision. Oh, like they
but to be fair, first of all, those were the best episodes. I'm gonna be straight up, and then they were for me. I love the first 3 episodes.
Oh, I do too.
Did you see episode 8?
It was it did nothing for. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into WandaVision. I'm not gonna get into WandaVision.
That's the reason we'll see each other again.
I'm sorry. It was
I was like, oh, it was so good.
I like that they packaged them that way, the 3, and then we only got the first 2 episodes on Disney Plus that release day, right? Or was it 3?
I think so, yeah.
It was 2. So yeah, I like the way that they bunched them.
It is nice sometimes. I do like it when, like, even with like Invincible, I think the general public at the first 3.
I think it was the first 2
or something like that. Yeah.
And then we screened the first 3.
Yeah, that I think that's what it was. I think so. I can't keep up. It's too much. It's too much.
Shoot, I agree with Luke Ponto. That finale. Look, okay, the Ralph Boner stuff was like, okay, what the hell? But then when Finn and Wanda are just embracing each other, and it's like the wave is coming through. Man, oh my god, I was in tears, bro. Tears.
Did not cry once.
Not even in episode 8 when the bomb flew in. All right,
right. Kind of motionless robot in here.
Down to 2 on the screen, y'all. Down to 2.
Let me in.
Ooh, Thor: The Dark World, more like Bor Ragnarok. Yeah, I agree with you
there.
You know what? I'm gonna defend. I always defend Thor: The Dark World for reasons. I personally think that for the character development for Loki and Thor, as we see in the MCU, past Thor: The Dark World, it's a very important film for both of them. And I think that their banter and their connection with each other is also very important in that sequel. So I will always defend it for their character development in the MCU.
I think that you could have cut that movie out, had Loki in the jail in Ragnarok, and then went from there. cut Dark World out completely.
I don't think it's like the worst.
No, it's not even the worst movie in the world. It's just when you compare it to the MCU, like.
I mean, I guess okay, no, I can't get into that conversation. I'll go like into a deep dive of it. It's fine.
Captain Marvel is worse.
It was.
In my opinion.
I just think that we've done away with the origin stories for so long, and it's like that was definitely like a pure origin story. But I really wish we would have gotten Black Widow in that slot. I'm glad we're still getting the movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just
in Captain Marvel.
For Black, like it's like the only reason why they made Captain Marvel is so that they need an explanation, be like, who's this character coming out of the sky and like, cutting Thanos' ship in half like butter, and it's like, oh, it's Captain Marvel. It's like, oh yeah.
That could have did that without the movie, and I'd have been like, oh, cool.
I'm going to be honest, and I know this is going to sound so bad, but characters that are very powerful, i.e. Wanda, Superman, Doctor Strange, and like Superman and Captain Marvel, they have that much power. I really don't want to see them for 2 hours getting to the point where their power is at their highest. You get what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
Like I don't need an origin story for that.
Watch Dragon Ball then.
I'm saying I can't. The build up, and it's also
not like an entire lifetime.
Excuse me. I'm just saying I can't with the build up anymore, especially in the MCU when you're like in phase 3, phase 4. I don't care enough to see how they became that character if they're that damn powerful. Just give me the height of their powers, stick them in a film, and I will be more than happy with it.
So I take because Man of Steel is good as hell. WandaVision is good as hell.
I do
Captain
like
Marvel, no.
I'm saying I'm just saying I love Man of Steel because there's obviously it's Clark Kent, it's all of that, and there hasn't been a good Superman movie since like Christopher Reeves. We do not talk about Superman Returns, but you needed to reintroduce that character for DC. That's the difference. Whereas like you can literally stick Superman anywhere now, and I'd be like, yes, cool, like that's fine. But with Wanda, I'm saying she didn't get a solo film right off the bat. She didn't have an origin film. She was an Age of Ultron. Yeah, so then,
I don't think
that's the power
because
right?
she
didn't need it
because she's a mute or X-Men. They couldn't call them the X-Men. They had to call them
that right.
That was the annoying thing. I was like, but they're home.
But you just stuck her in there, and I was like, sick. She's that powerful. Awesome.
I mean, then they could have did that to Captain Marvel and then had her movie later.
They could have done it.
Skip the origin bullshit too. Skip that first one. Go into the Monica stuff.
Exactly. And even with Doctor Strange, I didn't care for his origin story at all. I would have just stuck him in Infinity War and be like, what's up? And it would have been cool.
What?
Doctor Strange was right, though.
That was a terrible script and a terrible villain. Like, horrible.
Terrible script.
The last half hour was trash.
I was on cloud 9. I was like,
awesome. If you like Iron Man 1, you like Doctor Strange.
No, not even. Iron Man 1
The beats are so similar.
No, they're
So
not
similar.
at all.
Yes,
At
they
all.
are. Go back and watch
Please.
Iron Man 1.
I did,
Doctor
and it was
Strange.
fantastic.
The beats
and
are
it filled,
super
it
similar.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
No,
they
they're
are.
not. Doctor Strange is so
Doctor
overrated.
Strange, okay, a
it was
genius
boring
guy
as
at what
hell.
he does. A genius
No,
guy
now
at what
you're
he does,
comparing
lands in another
characters.
place.
Dude, now you're
I'm
comparing
comparing
characters.
beats of the movie, though.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's just the Marvel formula. No, you're not. That's completely different. You're
Is that the
comparing
Marvel
characters.
formula?
That
Or
is
is
not every
You're
Marvel movie
comparing-
doesn't go like that. It doesn't go like that. Cap was in a war. He wasn't just randomly stranded into a place where he needed his shit repaired.
That's specific. I'm just saying. No, you don't understand. Anyways, regardless, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying the beats
I
of
can't. Iron Man's a masterpiece for the CBMs. Like, let's not go there.
I'm not gonna say it's better than Iron Man or even on par with Iron Man. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it.
I know.
Follows a very similar pattern.
I disagree.
I'm telling you, man.
That's fine. I can't with Doctor Strange. I have never gone back to rewatch it because I'm just like, I can't do it.
Ryan's on the same page as you. Overrated.
Thank you.
He's better than Infinity War and Ragnarok.
Yes, 100%. I hated Doctor Strange in his origin film. I did not like him at all in his origin film. But I loved
him. He was a broken man.
Nah, I loved him in Infinity War and I loved him in Endgame. The writing was 10 times better for him in both of those films versus his standalone. Fight me.
I'm gonna let that one slide because I just think we saw him at his worst in the Doctor Strange movie. And I'm like, I would much rather see a character like that and then rise from the ashes as opposed to just throwing him in Ragnarok for 2 minutes.
He is a sorcerer
I'm gonna refill your beer here.
Nah, fam. He's a sorcerer supreme. Let him be the sorcerer supreme. I don't care where he came from. I don't care about the buildup anymore. It's in phase 3. Nah. Sorry.
Ooh, hot take in here. The Guardians movies are way worse, and I think he was saying
Volume
Dark
2.
World.
Volume 2, yes, I admit they're on par.
Volume 1, no.
Volume 1's like master.
So moving. The only thing I didn't like about Volume 2 was Drax, because they just dialed his comedic thing up to 11, and he laughed at every thing.
I kind of love it.
Which is fine. I still watch it. I still like it. I was just like, Drax.
I'm sorry.
Everything is that funny.
Ooh, JHC is saying the same with Superman. See, with characters like that, you have to create a big enough nuance to be interesting. Because for Superman, for Zack Snyder's Superman, it was discovering his powers, discovering who he was, where he came from, what the fuck. What he is. And so it was like, what is Krypton? What is all this? Who am I? Who's Cal? It was this kind of fish out of water story. So it made it interesting. But in Captain Marvel, we see her as a pilot for a couple seconds. And then it's that's sprinkled in the middle of the movie and all that. It was just a mess. The pacing in that movie is a mess.
It's horrible. I thought that we were going to get kind of like a Top Gun film with Captain Marvel.
And
I was like, yes, we get it. Bring me that Top Gun energy. And it was it was there for 5 seconds. And I'm like, sis didn't even fly the freaking plane once. I'm like, she didn't do anything.
It was a flashback. You see her in the plane.
I was so
upset.
And then
that's it.
I was so upset. And then let's not get started with the freaking and why Fury lost his eye. I lost my shit. I got so mad.
Yeah.
You can't trust anybody, Cap. And then it's really, my guy, you can't even trust a cat. Is that what we're implying?
They freaking ruined that scene in The Winter Soldier, and it was an excellent freaking piece of a line delivery, and that's what we get. So
also, let's just make Carol and what's her name, Monica, Maria, just make them a couple. All this dancing around, Auntie Carol,
come on,
they're a couple. Come on now, the way they're looking at each other.
You guys didn't like how Fury got his eye scratched. I thought that was a nice little fun,
I didn't hate it, but I was just kind of really, this is how it happened.
I was more okay.
I was I don't know.
Yeah. Just fair. I mean, teach their own. Don't get me wrong. I was just I thought it was a different way, but
yeah.
Ant-Man's better than Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, Volume 2, yes. Both Ant-Man are better than Volume 2.
Oh my god, Ant-Man 2 is so funny. I absolutely.
Wait, you like Ant-Man too?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
two more than one.
Oh my
I love
god,
two.
guys, friends.
When he was like running in the preschool and he's like super like half size. He's like,
Yes!
stop.
Stop! No one ever likes Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm so proud. Oh my god. It's like top
I
10.
thought it was, I mean, like the villain sucked, but like I had a great time with it.
I
Like
loved it.
it was so funny.
It was
It was
the
a breath of
Hot
fresh
Wheels.
air after what was it? It was after Infinity War. Yeah, it came out after Infinity.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was perfect placement, I think, too.
It
And we
really
got-
was.
Yeah, yeah, and I love it because they're a family, and like I think they're the only like Ant-Man, Batman films have the most well-rounded family, if that makes any, you know what I mean? Like that's the only real family until like Fantastic Four comes in that I can really see.
The X-Men.
They have the most relatable family, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, Paul Rudd's just like a normal dad, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of stumbled into this life of like, it was kind of like, it's believable. It's like,
Yes,
oh, okay, like, I'm, you know, there are
he
a lot of
wasn't- he
dads out
wasn't
there that
set
are
up
like,
for
I'm like
greatness
him.
or anything.
Huh?
Yeah.
He wasn't like set up for greatness or anything.
Right, right. And
Which
there's
is
no
great.
implication of that in the future or anything. He's just
Yeah.
Ant-Man. He's got the suit.
It's Scott.
Yeah, it's just Scott. That's it.
I love
Him
it.
and Hope love each other, and that's really it.
Also, like people keep saying Captain Marvel's the first female-led film, and I'm like, honey, the first title card is Ant-Man and the frickin' Wasp, and we're gonna put some respect on her name, please and thank you, because no one ever mentions that. I'm like, she's the first woman to get on the title card. Like, why are
But
you
is
not
it-
addressing
is
that?
it just her as the lead, though? I think that is like calling out. It's just Carol as the lead, as opposed.
I mean,
to
like just
two
because she's the
leads.
first one doesn't mean that it was good.
I'm just saying.
So
I think
it's
that
like,
it deserves. She deserves more recognition than like she gets.
I mean, like I
to be
love
honest.
Brie
Yeah,
Larson,
Yeah, I
but
love it.
like
Evangeline Lilly is awesome too. So
I
she
adore her.
is. I love her.
not enough Hope Van Dyne credit. Like as a whole, I think it's
know.
kind of just like
I know.
She's a
even when the
great
A
actress.
Force jumped into the in game, a lot of people didn't like that. I liked it. I was kind of like, okay, let's make this a
Do
thing.
people really have an issue with the A Force thing?
Yeah, people didn't like how it was
Why?
executed.
I was like,
I thought it was.
Oh my god, this is so forced. So
It
it was like,
is. It was because they always. You have to watch. No, you have to watch the 23 films because they really treated Black Widow kind of shitty until like the Winter Soldier, and then she got shitty again after the Winter Soldier, and then like Endgame was probably her best characterization at
I
like
just thought it was
after
a
Winter
nice little
Soldier.
moment. Like,
I think that not having freaking Natasha of all people in that scene, like that
Yeah.
just killed me.
and
That
she
broke
ain't-
my heart.
She ain't even there.
She's not there. And I'm like, she's the first one. Like, how do you Pepper Potts is there, freaking Pepper's there, like the most basic.
That
And then
and
like,
see, making her the leader for me, I was kind of like,
Come
like
on,
she was
that-
kind of the centerpiece of the A Force. I was like,
I
well,
think
hold
more
on,
of the
hold on.
centerpiece. Yeah.
that should have
Black
been
Widow
that.
should have been at the forefront of
Well, I, mean,
that.
I feel like she might have gotten. I mean, I guess she kind of got her heyday in like Infinity War with Okoye
Mhm.
and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, that was cool. Having
was
them team
sweet.
up. That was
That
I
was
dope.
love
nice.
that. And it was such a nice moment. She's like, she's not alone. And they're like, they're fighting.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Mhm.
But for me, it was bittersweet.
Was there
Because-
anyone else you guys would have wanted to die, minus Clint? Because everyone says Clint. I'm telling you, that show's gonna freaking rock. I don't know why, and I don't even like Hawkeye all that much. But we're getting
It's
Um,
Haley.
Haley Seinfeld
Yeah.
and Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
please.
exactly. I'm excited for both of them.
Give it
but-
to me.
I wanted I wanted Steve to die. I did not want Tony to die. I
Okay,
wanted
like
Steve to die.
is he dead?
I'm taking it he's dead. I don't want him to come back.
Because they haven't said.
I think he's just
any-
so off the grid that he's like, my name's Chuck. I don't know who the hell you are. I mean, I'm serious. Like, I think he's so far off the grid that he just doesn't even. He's like, I don't know you guys. You don't know me. Don't even contact me. I'm off this. I'm off. Like, here's the shield. I'm done. My time is done. I'm not coming back. Nope. Don't call me. I don't think he's dead, but I definitely think it's like Captain America Steve Rogers is dead. This guy's name is Chuck or Larry or whatever. He's just a dude. that
That's
live with
fair.
Peggy, and they grew and had, maybe they had kids. Who knows? It's just he's completely different now. He's out of that life. No more Cap. But I don't want to say he's dead. I don't want to say he's dead. They didn't show.
I mean, like, I guess Tony had more to lose than
Steve.
Cap.
Yeah.
But it's like
here's why I liked it being Tony. Because of the quote in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
You'll
Like,
never lay down and let the man walk over you. You never lay on the line.
Yeah.
And Tony was like proving that throughout the movies. And it was like, okay, actually, he's the one that laid the ultimate sacrifice down, unlike Steve thought originally. So I think it was a great like circle back around moment for the character. They just should have done that. What they did with Tony in Infinity War, stabbed or whatever, made us all scared. Oh my God. They should have did that to Banner. They should have did that to Banner or Steve. And then had them survive. That's fine. But they should have been one of them should have went down, and maybe it would have happened to Banner. And the Hulk finally would come out and show, but he would still be weakened. And they're like, oh my God, is he going to survive? And then don't even let us know if that person's dead or not. Lead the next movie in with question mark Avengers. It might be 3 out of the top 4. Who knows? I think that would have been a better lead in as opposed to sneakily killing Tony. And then he's not dead in Infinity War, but he comes back in Endgame and sacrifices himself anyway. Yeah. Kind of like set it up to like have another Avenger potentially on their deathbed. That person survives, but then Tony comes back in and is like, no, one of us has to go. It's going to be me.
Yeah, I agree. That Infinity War stab kind of ruined his sacrifice for me in Endgame because I knew it was coming. Like, why is Doctor Strange looking at him 24/7? Like, one chance. It's like, obviously he's the one. Like, come on. I've watched it back like multiple times. It's like, we get it. It's going to be Tony doing something. You know what I mean? And it's just dumb because realistically, like, the Hulk has 2 freaking arms. He could have snapped it twice. And no one would have died. Yeah, but unless
wait. He would have obliterated himself. Oh no, he was damn near dead, remember? That shit tore him up.
But he was still alive, or else the first snap would have killed him straight up.
That second snap would have did it in for him.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, he was damn near on a deathbed from that first one.
But also, it's like it's also like the Hulk, and I don't care. But anyways, I don't care. I think he's the most useless character. What? Thank you. I don't hate Mark Ruffalo. I just hate what they've done with the Hulk. They made him a baby.
Okay, that's fair.
They made him a baby. And with the nerd glass, like, bro, like, you're not actually
a professor.
Awesome. It's Professor Hulk. It's Professor Hulk,
Dude,
though.
he dabbed. Let's not, like, come on. No.
Who cares? If Betty White can dab, anyone can dab.
Betty White is a national treasure.
This shit is tight.
I can't. I just don't like what they did with him. Personally,
he had like a mountain of like eggs he was eating. I'm like, oh, yes.
I couldn't deal with the Hulk. I literally cannot deal with the Hulk. But
real quick, I have one question I wanted to just clarify real quick. We're talking Maria, not Monica. So Maria, the mother of Monica, with Carol, not Jesus. Monica. That would be weird as hell. Yeah. But I seen Tyler say pair her up with somebody else. I can't remember which other character. Oh, Valkyrie. Pair her up with Valkyrie. I mean, it depends on how the chemistry goes when those characters meet. I don't know.
That's just fan fiction.
I mean, Valkyrie likes ladies, so
no. I'm saying like that pairing in general is fan fiction. Like they haven't. Like I don't think they will cross. They could,
maybe. I don't know.
But I'm just like
it'd be random because I feel like if they reveal in Captain Marvel 2 her and Maria had an actual relationship, that would be stronger than pairing her with somebody new.
Leo, the implication is already there when.
But if they confirm
Monica,
it,
they're not going to. Leo, they're not going to.
Disney not doing it. Guys.
They're not going to. The implication is there because of what happened with Monica going through the barrier and becoming Photon in WandaVision, which I thought was a fantastic moment. One of my favorite moments in
Photon as you think they're going to use Photon as the
hopefully
the name.
Maybe I don't know. I think that's cool. I think it's a good one.
That'd be cool.
I'm excited for the Marvels for that exact reason because I saw the title card. I tweeted it out. I'm like, they're all represented in the title card. So I'm like, that's going to be wicked.
That'll be cool. I mean, just make it better. I think Nia DaCosta will do some great work. And I almost feel like there was just no presence of direction in the first movie. I'm like, somebody needs to tell Brie, like, girl, loosen up a little bit. Like, you're real tight as Carol Danvers, and we get it. She's very strict and by the book, but you can loosen up. You can kind of come back off that a little bit.
Yeah.
He was very just rigid, and it wasn't even like by the book. It was more just like, damn, you're kind of just like a stone cold wall unless Samuel L. Jackson's on there with you. And that's not to her. That's to the direction, man. Somebody needed to step in and say, hey, like, Brie, like, dial it back a little bit. You don't got to be all stiff and Captain Marvel and you don't got to be that all the time. Dial it back. Be Carol Danvers. Be chill. Be Brie. Be who you are. Be Brie Larson a little bit. Throw yourself in it a little. Because she's quirky, she's fun, she's funny. If you watch her YouTube stuff, she's a fun personality. A little bit of that into this role. A little.
Yeah. I also think that the writing for Carol, she was underused in Endgame. You know how I feel about that. I just think it was 5 minutes and it was out of freaking convenience. And I'm like, is that how we're just going to use her from now on? Is like out of convenience? Tony's life. Yeah. And then we don't see her. And then it's like a voice call. And then we don't see her. And then, oh my God.
I was like, I don't know, between her, that look between her and Rhodey though, I was like, what's going on there? They had a little bit of lingering during that intercom.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah.
That was a longing stare.
It was a longing stare.
She gave Thor a longing stare. Ain't nothing happening there.
See, even like that moment, that smirk, I'm like, can we get more of that, please? Like when he like was it Stormbreaker at that point? Or
she's like, I'm an Academy Award winner. I don't have time.
But I don't think that was perfect. Second Street. Look, okay, I don't think it translated on screen well.
Yeah. I just
admittedly, I don't read a ton of Captain Marvel, so I can't legit say it's a two against it, but it's just like, I think loosen up just a little bit. Little statuesque.
I've read some and she's fun. Like, yes, she can be like stern at some moments, but
Steve is not saying that's a good thing though.
Steve is not hanging with Mephisto, Tyler. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he is, man.
No, because we don't need your Hydra Cap theories to come true. Okay?
Hydra Cap.
Yes, Hydra Cap, baby. Cap was the MVP in Endgame. Really?
That's my boy. What? That's right. Hey,
Tony was the
Mjolnir and the shield and took down. Come on, let's not go there. Why? Because he snapped his fingers.
Yes.
He
sacrificed his life for the whole universe. The whole universe,
bro. Cap fought.
Cap aged 50 years.
Cap fought. Let's not go there, please. Cap fought him on his own. Okay, let's.
Cap fought him with the hammer.
Right.
He did, but he still fought him on his own. Listen.
So did Tony in the last one.
No, bro. Okay, do you want to know what the issue is? No. You want to know what the issue is? Fat Thor is the issue. That pissed me off. Fat Thor pissed me off because it's the last time that the trio is going to be together, and you give me Fat Thor and he's not even fighting properly. That was BS.
Was awesome.
That was BS. I'm sorry. I didn't like that at all, and it was just disrespectful to Thor as a character.
We're getting Thor 4.
No.
What do you mean?
Bro. That was just disrespectful to his character. I did not like it at all.
I love Fat Thor. No matter how depressed you are still worthy. No matter what, your life still has worth.
But he couldn't fight, so what was the point?
He fought? He was fighting?
And he was bleeding to death after Thanos literally belted him in the face like twice, and he was done.
He's fat.
Did you see what Thanos did to Cap?
But he's still
in Infinity War, and that motherfucker was down. He didn't even punch him. He just was like,
yeah. And
Tony
what did Thor look like
in Infinity War?
Bro, what did Thor look like in Infinity War?
Come on.
What did he look like in it?
Wait, okay. Exactly. If we're on the subject of Thor, I like what they did with the Fat Thor. I will say what could have happened is he could have trimmed back down. I think
the transformation though, when he got the little swirly.
Like when the lightning came back down, I feel like it should have been like, whoop, okay, I'm back down. I'm back to.
No, I love watching Fat Boy fight. It was funny. Oh man.
I just found it like the fat jokes were like I couldn't handle the fat jokes. It really pissed me off. It pissed me off. Because he's literally I couldn't.
Wait, what I was on still was the Cap MVP. I'm sorry, guys. Tony was the MVP of Endgame. Come on now.
He
We
was.
can't argue
He
that.
was. We had a funeral for the man.
Right.
Everyone was there.
Okay. Here's all I gotta say.
I
about
don't
Steve.
like him as a character after Civil War. I told you this. I couldn't.
He was
cannot.
right. He was right during
We're not
Civil
getting
War.
into this, but regardless, like
Team
I
Iron
can't.
Man, but we'll go.
You know how I feel.
Yeah, and
And
you know
he's
how I
still-
do. I'm only Team Iron Man because
Exactly.
Spidey.
So like I can't. And the fact
Iron
that
Man
like
shit was stacks.
what bothered me in Endgame, the very beginning, was the fact that Tony still fought with Steve about the exact same thing, about leaving and breaking. Like it was the exact same. I'm like, bro, let it go. Let it go. Like, what was the point of picking a fight with him at the beginning of it? Like, I couldn't handle that after X amount of years. You're still on that. It just bothered me.
Wait, Steve and Tony?
She was saying that
In
Steve,
Endgame.
I mean, Tony kept bringing up the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I mean, like, I
Think
kind of
about it.
understand
Well,
though, because like this is exactly the situation he was trying to prevent to begin with.
well, think about it. Steve is tagging along with the murderer of his parents.
Yeah, that
Like,
too.
I mean, it's
That
like
too.
I would as Tony
I
Stark.
love Bucky. I love
would
Bucky,
feel
but-
tense.
Again, Steve gave him a letter and
A letter.
phone. He did.
Sorry, your parents got killed by my bestie.
That's not what he
I
said, and you
apologize.
know that. That's not what he said.
No, but I'm just
He has a
saying.
whole letter and a phone, and that's what he gave to him. But guess what? Tony kept the damn phone. He didn't have to keep the phone. Why did Tony
he
keep the
didn't,
phone?
but
He
he-
was that pissed.
That means deep down, Tony could swim through the fact that Steve was tagging along with the murderer of his parents. And look, I know
That's
Bucky
not
was
why he-
brainwashed. I know Bucky was brainwashed,
Ain't no
but
excuse.
Tony,
No, I'm just joking.
Bro.
Tony's parents were killed by Bucky, and he could have just said, "Listen, F both of them. I'm never talking to any of them again."
He could. Why didn't he do it?
Because the world needed Steve Rogers.
So
In
then why are you
Infinity
still
War.
but bro, why are you still holding a grudge over it if you're holding on to that phone for dear life and then you call him? Like, it
Because
doesn't make
he
any
knew deep
sense.
down he still loves Steve. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
what
I mean,
all
then
that happened.
don't.
He still loved
So
him.
then don't pick a fight with your bestie after saving him
No,
from
no,
space.
no.
Like,
If that happens, I'm going up to my best friend and be like, I told you so. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I told you this is exactly the situation I didn't want us to be in.
I'm tired
I'm-
of it.
Patrick, it started GPK all over again. Yeah, it is.
Oh my
Hashtag Team
god.
Cap, bro. That's it. Always and forever.
That's fine.
Cap
I
was the
mean, I
MVP.
like
Cap
Cap.
wielded the hammer. He was fight. Okay.
Thank
so
you, Matt.
here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say, Matt.
Thanks.
I'll say this to both you and Amanda. I completely understand because look, that was an epic ass
Oh,
moment.
it was an
Cap,
amazing moment.
and you know what it did? It circled his character back around just like I did with Tony. I can do this all day. I will fight the army by myself if I have to. By the way, they totally took some Game of Thrones notes with that shit.
Yes, they did.
But he stood in front of that army like, I'm going to fight all of you guys. That was awesome. But what happened after that? They still weren't enough to stop Thanos. It took
You're
that
right.
snap.
That's
It
true.
took Tony coming
see
in
Cap,
saying, I'm willing to
coming to,
lay my life
do
on
that.
the line for every single person on this planet.
But-
Snap.
But do you see why I would have preferred Steve dying? Do you see
I
why? Because
think
he always
It would've
lays
been
himself
better
on the
Steve
line.
died. Yeah.
Personally, I wanted Steve to die, and I wanted Bucky and
Because that would have
Sam.
been closure.
Yeah, there would have been closure.
More closure.
He went down fighting, and then you have Sam and Bucky there. They would have had a conversation about the shield and all that bullshit, whatever the hell it was. I wanted them there, like having him die, basically. I think having Steve die in Endgame would have been more perfect, whereas Tony, like, was a part of saving the world.
Or both of them should have died, honestly.
Or honestly,
Because,
yeah,
I mean, they
That would've
are
been tight,
both
but-
I
the,
agree.
they,
You're
they
right.
both are like, you know, the leaders. So it's like,
You know
that-
what
that
would've
would
been
definitely leave you leaderless.
Yeah,
what would have
I
been
agree.
real cool is if Thanos was going to deal like some kind of death blow and Steve is the one that got in the way and then Tony snapped. Then it would have been pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know though, because the reason why I like Steve's ending is because he was on the front lines his entire life. And you mean to tell me the man don't even get a couple years to spend with the woman of his life? Like,
No, because time hasn't been
Decisive
kind
man.
to him. That's it. So
Tony
he-
was a billionaire playboy throughout his teens, early
And then-
20s, got to fuck around. Steve never got
Right.
none of that. Not
Literally.
a piece.
but that's the cards that he has been dealt. Period. And he wasn't that type of person. I understand that you go get a life, all that BS. I get that. But for Steve, he's always been a soldier, unfortunately. But he didn't have anything to really lose. Plus, he screwed up another timeline.
Okay, I was gonna ask y'all that, and I still got it because
Oh yeah.
he went back and placed the stones and then lived another life. Doesn't that technically break the rules? Shouldn't the TVA be like, who the fuck is Steve Rogers?
Exactly. So
okay, wait. Well, I don't want to say anything live, so I can't.
Oh yeah, can't be spoiling too much.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. He's
I have something to say about that, but yeah.
He ruined it twice, to be realistic, because then he came back into this present time where the Avengers are. He ruined it twice. He ruined Peggy's time, her reality with her husband. Yeah. Ruined that.
Man,
so no, wait, he ruined 3. I don't know, because if we didn't get the Peggy Carter show, then like I wouldn't have given a shit about her husband, to be perfectly honest. But we had that.
I forgot about
fantastic. But he technically ruined 3 freaking timelines. 3 he ruined. He ruined Peggy's.
All in the name of love.
All in the name of love for what? He gets a happy ending, but Tony Stark doesn't, and he has a whole ass family. Something doesn't add up there, and that's what pissed me off.
I mean, yeah, Captain
Tony had more to lose. And also, with Iron Man, it's got to end with Iron Man. It's tragic.
Yes, I know. It's tragic as hell, but I still think that's hard Steve. I think what you said, Christian, was perfect, that they both should have gone down swinging.
Yeah, I definitely think they both
I think that would have been perfect, because both of them are not coming back. So what's the point of like having Cap like, ooh, is he?
It would have been like,
yeah, I don't like how they're like, oh, is he alive? Is he not? Like, it's just like they just say, oh, he's gone. I'm like, okay, but what does that mean?
It would have been like a
lot
nice
of different things,
because they dapped in the like they trusted each other, had that bro trust handshake in the middle of the movie.
It's
so
like,
come back around
up in here.
Yeah, this is an off-topic question. No, do you think the No Way Home trailer will come out Thursday? I don't know.
No, I don't think any. I don't know what's going on with that movie. There seems like there's so much I cannot keep up.
I honestly think Sony's gonna just put it out a random day. I honestly think we'll just be scrolling in the morning and it'll be like
at all.
Venom. Did that even get an announcement? It got like rumored and all that, but like it didn't get
tomorrow. We're just gonna get like a Morbius trailer and be like, oh,
yay!
Absolutely not.
Shit. I'm like, you looking forward to that, Amanda?
You know what? I really enjoyed that trailer, and I think that it suits Jared Leto quite well, more than the Joker. I can't remember
what happened in that trailer.
Neither do I, but he looked cool.
Team Cap. Sorry, but Tony is dumb for wanting to sign the Sokovia Accords. I mean,
I can't get into it. I can't.
All I'm going to say is after Scarlet Witch blew up an entire fucking building, you can kind of see where the contingencies need to be made. Eternals during the battle. Yeah, man. Eternals just been asleep this whole time.
This is like Martian Manhunter and Snyderverse all over again.
So I
was like, where were you?
I feel that they knew if they interfered, it wouldn't have worked. Because remember, the only one possibility.
It was supposed to happen.
Yep. There was only one thread that was supposed to happen. Tony Stark snapping. And if they stepped in, what if that destroyed the entire universe? Then they're like, well, just let it happen. Let it happen, guys. I'm like, you mean to tell me Icarus couldn't fly down and be like, well, let me at least help y'all out. Like, I got laser, super strength. I got y'all. Really?
You could say that about the X-Men too, man. Like, that was very realistic. Where the hell are they?
Bro, where was Martian Manhunter all this time? I'm like, what? Batman literally just woke up at like 6 a.m. He was like, who is this man? It's like, where were you? Like, you've been here this whole time?
Like, but that's every single thing, because if you're building the world and like building the universe, and then we're all like, well, where have you been this whole time? It's like, well, we have to do like phase 5, phase 6, like, you know.
It always fun. And like that's something I can easily overlook, because it's like we're talking about people with like superhuman abilities. It's like I think we can be a little bit loose with the rules. Everyone's like, oh, this doesn't make sense in Star Wars. Or like, oh, you can't drop a bomb in the vacuum of space.
I know.
bro.
Does shit ever make sense anymore in these? I mean, it's like,
Listen.
damn, that over detail is
Like,
just...
explain to
Fam.
me how a lightsaber is constructed, please.
And why are they different?
Tell me how the
colors?
Force
Like-
works, please, because none of that shit's real. Man, I saw someone with that tweet after The Last Jedi. I'm like, is this dude for real? He is worried about the physics of which bombs drop in space.
In space where there's lightsabers, laser swords, and some shit called the Force. Yes,
Right.
he's worried.
Like, and where there's light speed and like all this advanced technology that kind of looks a little vintage, but I was like, okay. I can't believe I saw that tweet. I was like, oh my God.
It was like, dude, for real, did we really need to go there? All right,
Like,
we're gonna
are we
swing. We're gonna swing
hairs?
one more place, guys. One more place. We're gonna talk a little Conjuring.
Ugh.
Patrick, I know you still in here, bro. What did you think of Conjuring? Let us know in the chat, cause guys, this just wasn't it. Wasn't
First
it?
30 minutes were really good.
Yeah, I agree. Until spoiler alert. Well, Amanda, you're gonna watch it. We gonna go spoil. Or are you not
Honestly,
gonna-
I'm gonna be straight with you. Because James Wan isn't really associated with it, I just don't even care for this third installment. So you guys can do whatever you want.
Title card was terrible.
Didn't he produce it?
Or like, no, I'm saying he didn't direct it. So I was just like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let's be real here, Christian. I'm just gonna keep this brief. Conjuring 3, man, what was up with that story, y'all? They're
There's like
gonna
no-
focus
there's
on a
nothing.
real event or
There's
base
no
it off
trial. There's like absolutely no trial.
no
And
trial,
towards the end, it made
barely
they,
anything.
they made it seem like he was gonna get off scot-free, and then it's like, oh, psych.
Right, which was weird that they built it up that way to kind of make it feel like, oh, maybe poor Arnie, is possessed by the devil. Nope, the court don't give a shit. Locking you up anyway, and I'm like, really? So they went through this
5
entire
years.
movie.
Surprised
him to
he
get
only got
locked.
5 years.
It was 5 years.
Yeah, I'm surprised he only got 5 years.
I mean, I guess they dialed him down a little bit for the possession shit, but it was just
Yeah.
like, dude, what a crazy movie to go through all of these hoops and bounds for Arnie to still get locked up. And not to mention, it's like, okay, like you're saying, the first 30 minutes when they were setting up the family, all that, we don't see them for another hour 15, or at least we see them in like brief cutaways, but it barely focuses on the family, barely focuses on the little kid who was possessed first, barely focuses on any of those characters like it did in the first Conjuring and second Conjuring, where
I've
the
actually
families
never
were
seen
very
the other
involved.
Conjuring movies, so I haven't seen them.
Oh,
what?
I'm not a big.
did say that, so I can't.
oh
really be like-
shit!
I can't scold you and be like,
You haven't either?
No, I have. I watched
okay.
1 and 2 back to back, and I did not sleep for 4 days. So
Yeah, see that I enjoy
It's
my
okay.
sleep. So
I get you, Christian. I get you. I regretted it because that night when I watched The Conjuring 2, I watched 7 and Misery right before it, and I was just like, oh, okay, I'm really not sleeping.
Oh,
I was like,
Seven.
like it was
Fucking
all right.
brilliant.
I didn't even rate it on Letterboxd yet. Like I've just been so lazy.
That's fair.
wait, you
I-
watched the second or the first Conjuring?
I
With
haven't seen
Misery
it.
and 7.
Oh,
my
I
bad.
watched.
Oh, her.
I watched the second one.
Oh, okay. Damn, that was the worst movie out of the 3, but it was still like a good lineup. What a great
didn't-
lineup of movies.
You didn't like The Conjuring 2?
No, I was saying out of those 3 movies,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the lowest,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still great. 1 and 2 are awesome. 1
Love
is
it.
Hallmark, top 10 horror of all time, Christian. I suggest
Fantastic.
That's what
One.
my team lead said at work. He
Yeah.
said to watch Conjuring 2. I was like, I'm good, man. I'm
Just
good.
literally keep the lights on because I didn't. I'm
Shit, man,
not
I
even
watched
joking.
Conjuring 3 at home, broad daylight, HBO Max. Thank you very much.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
That's how I do
Conjuring
every
3, you
scary
could've
movie.
watched.
I was like, not today.
Honestly, I remember because every October 1st I watch the first Scream movie. That's like tradition for me. But I remember watching it like at home by myself during the day, and I still I was shook. And I rewatch this movie every single year, and I'm like, oh my god, no one call me, please, for the love of God.
I just cannot get into Halloween. I can't do
Okay.
it.
I'm
The
a newbie.
Halloween
I
franchise, or
I just no the holiday itself.
oh,
I
as
just
a
can't-
holiday?
I just can't get into it. I'm like,
Yeah.
When's Thanksgiving? When's Christmas? Let's get to the good stuff. Let's just cut October out of the year. I'm good.
It's literally my favorite month.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ, it's my favorite month. And Christian's like, let's get rid of October.
Right. I'm like, that's number 2 for me.
The good stuff. Yeah. Let's go. I need Thanksgiving. I need football. Thank you very much.
Hey, man, nothing beats Christmas. Sorry, guys.
I agree.
Christmas.
I love Christmas.
Right underneath Christmas, though, is Halloween, y'all.
See, it depends on my mood for the year. For some reason, if I've been in like a really crappy mood, then I'm like, give me Halloween for like September and October. Like, give me fall. But then if I've been cheery, Christmas for 2 months.
October feels like it never ends. I swear, man. It's like September and October. Like, man,
it's because like, you start Christmas in November. If you don't start Christmas in November,
Christmas season. I have a diagram somewhere on my phone where it shows the Christmas season.
November 1st.
November 1st. Yes, that is when you start putting up the tree. 100%. Absolutely love it.
This is a good comment from Patrick about Conjuring 3 is boring, unnecessary. Tim said cringe humor, poor dialogue. I bet Spiral was better because it was bad. And this is another really good comment.
That I watched Spiral last night and I haven't even seen it.
Spiral.
It's probably worse than the damn dream you saw.
Literally, it's warning you not to watch it. So
yeah, it's like maybe don't.
I will not.
I didn't even really think about the Lorraine thing, how her abilities are sort of like superpowers now, but that's really well said, and it kind of feels like
an origin story.
It almost felt like they took this from a Marvel, like a little bit of Marvel, and I'm like, why are we doing this with The Conjuring, where she's like touching people and then going into their dreams? And I was like, well, isn't it supposed to specifically that happened in The Conjuring 3? Yeah, in The Conjuring 3, Lorraine's like touching people, diving into their mind and stuff, and I was like, she has like premonitions.
That's not it, fam. Like,
it was weird.
It was like,
you're straying so far from the original story, and these are actual people with actual stories. Like, why are you doing that?
I'm telling you, the only reason why we reviewed it, we just needed something for the pod that week. I was like, when we reviewed this week, it was like,
it's not even worth it.
And I read about the real case, and the family is embarrassed. They're like, that didn't even happen to our son. Like, and this is in regards to the movie. This is in regards to the legend.
Yeah.
So they were like saying the son was never possessed.
Like the tapes at the end, I listened to 2 seconds. I was like, nope, turned it off. I was like, goodbye.
That ending was so dumb. I was like, y'all might as well just have made an Ed and Lorraine romance movie. For real?
Are you okay, Arnie? She didn't do anything the entire. It's like Ahsoka in freaking Clone Wars movie. Sky Guy. I was like, oh God, you're not doing anything. I just want Conjuring.
Yeah, Arnie's wife.
You know what really
could have
felt
been
like
barely on screen, and I would have been okay.
Yeah, she was like the Lois Lane of. I mean, unfortunately for Amy Adams, she didn't really get to do too much as Lois Lane, but that's what I kind of felt. You know what was like a horror superhero movie? Freaking Dr. Sleep. I was like, I can get into this.
I need to check that out. So I haven't seen it.
It was good. I was like, is this Loki a superhero movie I'm watching right now? Because that's what it felt like.
Dr. Sleep is so literally. Good. Have you watched The Shining?
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah.
Okay, great. Because like The Shining and Dr. Sleep is just perfect back to back. And I love Dr. Sleep so much because it builds its own story, like its own sequel. Good. And then it pays like homage to, what Kubrick did as well. And that's like Mike Flanagan, like top tier. And I love Haunting of Hill House, but Dr. Sleep, what he did with it, I had the director's cut too, and he nailed it.
I haven't seen the director's cut yet. I think it's on HBO Max. I'm pretty sure.
So good. He killed it. And I read the book too. I was obsessed.
Okay, yeah, I've never read his books, but yeah, I've heard it. I heard the director cut.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't watched it. I was like, this is low key. Like, man, the box office was terrible, man.
It was
dirty. I was like, what is going on?
It's when it came out. It's when it came out.
They released that. I had an advanced screening on the 31st or the 30th of October. that's when I had it. I'm like, I have to go watch it. Like, it's the last, obviously Halloween. And then they released it in November. And I'm like, why would you release this in November if you had the perfect slot in October? Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, I booked it.
Was it 2 around that time?
I said this in chapter 2.
I think something else was out and it was so big.
That was September, though.
What was out that buried it?
I don't know. I think it was a Marvel movie.
Dr. Sleep 2019.
I think it was an MCU movie for some reason, or was Venom? No, that wasn't the same year. Was it?
Oh, Venom.
It came out worldwide on the 31st and in the US in November.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What a crappy release strategy, by the way. Just release it all in one date.
Sometimes, man, these companies, when it comes to like certain things, it's just like, this doesn't make any sense. And it's like, who's calling the shots? Somebody needs to explain themselves, because I need names, I need addresses.
Okay, this may not be accurate, but the other things that came out were Charlie's Angels, apparently, which that remake was bomb, y'all. I mean, look, I can ride that train. I thought that was a great fucking movie.
So much fun.
Charlie's Angels, the remake. Terminator.
I had some. I like Charlie's Angels more than any Terminator. I mean,
so you know what it was? Terminator Dark Fate came out the week before. Terminator Dark Fate came out. Oh, that last Christmas came out the same week.
Oh, I love that movie so much. It killed me. I'm like, I know I already know what's going on, but it's still killing me. I love that movie.
We sang the song and we're like, oh, we get it now. We sang the song, my friend and I was like, yeah. Okay.
Right. So, as soon as you connect the lyrics and you're like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And that was written by Emma Thompson. So.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Not Elizabeth Banks.
Emma Thompson is amazing.
That's good.
She's so great.
The only thing with the whole Charlie's Angels thing is like, I didn't appreciate that. Was Elizabeth Banks was like blaming her audience.
She does that a lot.
I was like, okay, you can't do that. Like, do not blame your audience. Like, because it doesn't look like you had much of an audience to begin with. But
it's true. I personally blame Sony and their marketing for what happened with
Sony Pictures. I'm telling, like, what did we say on the pod the other day, Leo? Sony just needs to dissolve Sony Pictures. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Pour all that money into PlayStation. Let's go. Like, because Sony picks. I mean, like, there's some good ones out there, but it's like anyone those movies could have went anywhere. It's like, that's just Sony slapping its name on it. But
I just wish production companies made better
decisions.
Just get out of the like the big wigs. Get out of making the movies. No, we don't want to put Venom in Spider-Man 3, MF. No. Get out of here, dude.
Where? Who's saying what? Where am I? Who's saying that?
No, I was just saying for me. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't theoretically, that was a conversation between a director and Sony. Like, no, we don't want to put Venom in Spider-Man 3. No, we don't want to have no.
Yeah. It's Venom. Why not?
Because you could have had him in Spider-Man 4, set up Spider-Man 3 to be Harry versus Peter.
True.
Would have been a better movie. And then you
right.
kind of sneak Eddie Brock in there, but don't have Venom in there. Eddie Brock can be cool. Keep that role. Don't fucking cast Topher Grace. What a fucking horrible Eddie Brock.
I used to love that he was Venom when I was a kid because I loved that 70s show.
Same, and I think that's why they got him.
Now it's like, he's just a scrawny kid.
He would have been. He's a better Cletus Cassidy.
Honestly, yeah. We should have got Jesse Eisenberg as Cletus Cassidy. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I even threw Carrot Top in.
Even with this new Indiana Jones freaking.
Let's go.
He does not need to be out here playing Indiana Jones at his age. He's what? He's pushing 80.
Freaking
He's pushing 80. Harrison Ford does not need to be doing.
Dude,
Oh, I thought you
He's
meant
not
Woody. I was
gonna-
like, Woody's 60.
No, Woody's great. I love Woody. But Harrison Ford is literally
He's
just gonna
too old,
wing. He's gonna wing every single line because he's not gonna memorize it.
He's gonna.
That's why they brought in Phoebe Waller-Bridge and who else? There's another
Listen,
major
I
dude.
was
that
like, I love
Mads
Indiana
Mikkelsen.
Jones. I'm like,
Mads
come
Mikkelsen. Yeah,
on.
they're gonna pull the fucking
But,
movie. It's not gonna be Harrison.
But that cast is the most random cast I've ever seen. To be perfectly honest,
I think the 4K set just dropped a while ago for Indiana Jones. I agree.
End of
man.
2018
Like, my word.
All right.
Like,
We don't want to go
Tom
down
Hardy.
another rabbit hole.
let's not go down that one. No.
Keep Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock because I do like him as Eddie Brock. But
He's great as Eddie Brock. I love him. They just need better writing. That's all. That's all they need. It's better writing and a better CG.
They need a good. they need
They
so
do,
much.
but
They
Hey,
need a
man.
well-built world.
it's what it is.
It's just Sony is riding off the coattails of the MCU. This is what it boils down to, and I don't like all this.
That's a
Oh well,
whole
it's kind
conversation.
of sort of connected, but not really. But it kind of is. Like, let's not do all that. Like, let's just sell the film rights back to Marvel where he belongs, and let's go watch Spider-Man and Friends.
It looks so cute. I'm
It
excited.
does. I was like, oh, this is a nice little kids show. But the theme song low-key slaps. We got Fall Out Boy up in here. I was like, okay,
So good.
okay. Man. I'm like, I mean, I'll never watch it, but I'm sure kids will love it.
All right, guys, let's go around real quick. Let the people know where they can find you and what's coming up on your channel. Start with Amanda.
Hey, this was so much fun. I love it. First of all, but yeah, thanks everyone for watching tonight. The comments were on fire, so make sure to like and subscribe to Geekly Goods. You guys can always find me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I have my Loki preview right now on my YouTube channel over at Candid Cinema, and I will be doing a deep dive into episode 1 tomorrow. And you guys can check out my website, candidxcinema.com. Yeah.
You got a stream coming up too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. My gosh, thank you for that one. Yeah, on Thursday night, we're back on Movie Files Live with Taste Take and Movie Files, and we're going to do a roundtable discussion for episode 1 of Loki. We're going to be doing that 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Thursday for the next 6 weeks.
Awesome,
So, yes.
awesome. Yes, tune in to Movie Files, man. That'd be a jumping discussion, bro.
Yeah.
I'm excited because Chris is really excited for it. So
I gotta get them. Okay, I gotta get both of them on this stream.
yeah.
Either separately or together. I probably both. Separately and together. I love both of them, so I gotta get them on. But Christian, what is coming up on your channel?
Oh man, we have so little. No, I'm kidding. So we're going to be covering Loki over on the Film Optics podcast. That is Optics with an X. So we're going to be covering episode 1 of Loki tomorrow. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we're also going to be covering In the Heights this coming up weekend as well. So we got 2 podcasts coming up. As well as a new podcast that Leo's hosts on with me called Critics Play Games. We're going to try to cover some E3 events over there because that is happening this week. There's so much happening this week. But yeah, go follow Film Optics on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That is Optics with an X for all of our latest announcements.
Yeah. Guys, follow Critics Play Games over on Twitter.
Yes,
posting,
dude, Critics
man.
Play Pod at Critics Play Pod. Let's freaking go. So
Yes. Follow, guys. We'll be doing some E3 coverage, and it's gonna be fun. We got our predictions up too, so definitely go check those out, guys.
we're up in every single podcast platform now too. For the most part.
We all over, y'all. We all over.
iHeartRadio, Pandora, we're all there.
Love it.
That deserves an air horn.
Yeah, it should be a good time.
Yeah. Hell yes. But guys, coming up on Geekly Goods, we'll be doing Loki reactions. Episode 1, the reaction for that is dropping right when the episode drops. So if you haven't seen it, see the episode, then come back and watch the
3 a.m.
reaction.
Warriors, unite. I'm done. I'm already seeing them. I'm good.
Also, what kind of sucks, but I will still be doing Superman and Lois reactions as well. That comes out on Wednesdays too. Fantastic show. When we were talking about Lois Lane, I'm sorry, you guys have not seen the best Lois Lane yet. The best Lois Lane is Bitsy Tulloch from the CW. Thus far, she is an absolute class act as Lois Lane, like the best I've ever seen. Look, Amy Adams is great, but I think they just took it off. But it's on the CW app, which it's all free. It's all free. It's all free.
All right, well,
it's all free. Which is a website. It's like it's all free. It's all free. I promise you.
I've seen enough CW clip art these past few days.
I completely get it with
Flash.
the Batwing.
I was like, what are you doing?
I get it, but man, Superman and Lois is an entirely different show. But yes,
I'll have to check it out. Yeah,
I promise you, man, you're right. I'll also be doing a movie reaction for In the Heights, even though I've already seen it. It's been a couple months now. I'm so excited to see it again. I'll be doing a movie reaction to that, so expect that a little bit early next week. Also got Baby Driver, first time watching, and Promare, first time watching as well. Moana 2. I've got a few in the queue that I got to get caught up on editing, y'all. So be patient with your boy. But guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Come back next week, same time, same place. We'll see you next time on Geekly Good, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
7654.